YouTube, what's up, guys? It's been a little bit. I just dropped a video. Told you we have more content coming. You guys see the picture with the hood on the car. It looks great. So we're going away from nitrous. Nitrous is gone. Don't know if I'm gonna spray it once just to say I did, or go to what we're gonna be using as an adder this time, which is going to be Boost Club Big Boost. If you know where that's from, you know Rodney's the guy. Man, it's a little scary. Something I've never done before. Just like anything, I think a lot of people know that I'm very cautious on what I do and how I approach my setups. I like to make sure that I have all the math and the figures kind of all lined up. So we're going Boost. I'll show you guys what it is when it comes to that time, because we got some fun stuff in the works. So Wednesday, today's Sunday, so Wednesday I'm gonna work on the car a little bit. I'm just gonna get it running because it's been sitting for a couple of years. And the last time I made a video, I was going to get a video of us pulling the car out where it was at and loading it up on a trailer, which then took us, I don't know, I think it took us about 2 hours to get it on the trailer. Both of the tires were flat in the back. Where the spot was at, where the car was, we couldn't get the trailer there. So I had to turn the wheel. Then the tires started getting debeaded from the rims, and it was a nightmare. And the car is covered in leaves, and it's, grimy, and it's got dirt and stuff on it. But we're gonna clean it up. We're probably just gonna get it running, let it breathe, let it sing a tune, play with it a little bit. Maybe I'll do like a small tuning carburetor video. I'm not a expert by any means. I just know a little bit about how they function, how they work for my specific combination. I'm sure the information that I could give is going to be translatable between any combo, but obviously if you've got a 572 big block Chevy with pro comp heads and a big old monster cam, and there's different variables. You got vacuum if you're running a power valve, and how you want your idle mixtures, screws, and what AFR you want to idle at, and things like that. So I'll show you what works for me, what I like, and then you guys can kind of translate it into what you're doing. If there's a young guy on here that's just kind of like learning how to do this stuff, all you older farts that watch me, you guys know what you're doing already. Don't ask me any questions. I'll ask you questions. So what's the plan? Plan of action is we're gonna do this in stages. I like to do the front half of the car, back half of the car, and then we'll go inside and wire everything up and kind of clean it up. I don't like EFI. I'm not a big fan of it, partially because I'm scared of wiring. Just be completely honest with you. I'll be the guy that burns his car down because he mixed a neutral wire with a hot wire or a ground wire or whatever the case may be, or it's full of wire nuts, and it's not my thing. Not my thing. If you are an EFI guy, more power to you. If you run on Holley or Mega Squared or Fuel Tech or anything like that, hey, You're smart like that. I'm not. I'm going blow through. So that is a whole nother video in itself. Yeah, it's exciting. A little nerve-wracking. We're just going to try and figure it out as we go. I am using the digital MSD, so it'll have a 6AL, then I'll have a programmable MSD that plugs into the 6AL, and then I'll have the boost controller. And the good thing that I like about this particular setup that I'm doing is it's going to allow me to data log everything. I'll be able to hook up my laptop for like timing ramps, start retards, things like that, right? And I'll be able to use one box particularly to map out a boost curve and how fast and how hard it can come in and when I want it to be all in and things like that. So, I mean, most of you guys know the combination. It is going to be a stop block, stop bottom end, a gazillion miles on that short block. We're going to use Terry's heads. He's got him at the house. I talked to him. Adam's birthday party was probably the last time I talked to him. And he was grabbing gaskets to port match some of the gaskets onto the heads and things like that. So those are in the works, which I'm super excited about. I've waited for those heads for a little bit, and I'm one of those people that I'm not going to rush you. I don't want... I'm not I need to have it right this second kind of guy. The car's just kind of been sitting, and my productivity and my drive, it's just not there. Now it is. I'm back in Jersey. Adam's got his car back. We got a couple other buddies. They're getting their cars running, and now you got that itch. So I kind of want to keep the car running while I do all this. So it's going to be one of those things where I'm not pulling the car completely apart. But I'm going to do it in stages to where I have to work on the car. That's the only way that I'll be motivated to keep on doing this. So what do we got so far? So far we got the front shocks, K-member, A-arms, solid motor mounts. We're going to do polyurethane trans mounts. I think that's it for front suspension. Front suspension, that's it. Rear suspension, gangster setup. All right, so 10-way adjustable, so a single adjustable 10 ways in the back. Nothing fancy, but we got some Team Z uppers. We got some lower end brackets from Team Z. We got solid lower control arms. I feel like I'm missing something. I can't remember. I gotta do the dry shaft loop. So like little things, like we're not building a car from scratch. It kind of feels like it now that I'm thinking about everything I have to do. But if I do it in stages, it won't be that bad. You know what I mean? Like if I pull the whole rear out the car and then the motor and trans and take the K-member that's in it out and just make it a whole shell and then add to it as I go along. I just don't feel like I'm gonna be productive. I'm one of those people that I'll just stare at it all day. So if it's running, if it's driving, it makes noises, I can tinker with it here and there, do it in stages. I'll be happy with that. I'll probably do the heads cam all in one shot. It's probably going to move pretty quickly once all the suspension stuff is done. So once the suspension stuff is done, heads cam, that should be right on the car. We'll play with it a little bit. I'll probably do all of the MSD3 stuff. Make sure all that stuff is wired up where I want it at. make sure everything works, kind of figure out the start retard, just play with the new system because I don't know anything about it yet. And then once all that is done and the car is pretty much complete, then the real challenge begins, because we're going to swap the intake. Most likely the intake, I don't know. I've been looking at a couple of different intakes. It's kind of hard to pick which one I want to go with, but we'll see. I might just use the stock one that I have. We did get a CSU carburetor, and then we're going to do the boost, right? And I'm going to leave that up to you guys. What do you think it is? Is it going to be single turbo, twins, blower, pro charger? Which one? I don't know yet. I have the unit. I know what it is. You guys don't know. You guys can take a guess. If you know, don't spoil it right away. I mean, just, bear with me. I kind of want to show it all once the car's together. Should be really fast. Should be fun. I know I have a number in mind I'd like to see it make. But, power and numbers are just one thing. Racing it is going to be another thing. So I've got two numbers. I got a power number. I also have a ET number that I want to run. I also have a mile an hour that I'm targeting as well. And if the car does anything relative to what I want it to do, it should move. It should be pretty quick. And I'm excited. I hope you guys see that. And we'll probably get Lukey back in here pretty soon. Man, I just don't know what to do for Lukey, guys, and the content for him. It just pops up when I'm feeling stupid. I'm just a normal guy that just likes to make jokes every once in a while, and for the guys that like Lukey, I understand. It's a filter. It's hard for me to make a 45 or 60-second clip and then load it into YouTube. And the videos I have to do are super small, almost like a skit. And, I wish I could do a lot more with it. And maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. You're just going to get raw and uncut Mickey. So, that's what it's all about for me. I just wanted to get on here and talk just a little bit. If you guys got any questions, or you guys just want to sit back and talk, or maybe we'll do a live or, something like that, drop a comment. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what you're thinking. You guys are going to enjoy these next couple of days. While we're posting, we're going to have a few things going up here pretty soon. I'll definitely get the car running. I'll do a video on that. Maybe we'll do a burnout. Nothing super crazy. Just having fun. The kids finally saw the car. They like it. So, they haven't seen it running yet. So we'll see. We got to figure out maybe an exhaust situation. Car is a little loud now, not crazy loud. Anybody that has a stock or stock-ish 302 with a cam in it and just H-pipes know what I'm talking about, even with mufflers. But I kind of like them ratty, man. I want people to know that I'm coming down the road. Not necessarily the boys in blue, but we'll see how loud it is. We'll see how I'm feeling with the exhaust type situation. Other than that, I'm not really changing much right away. Just little things here or there. Maybe we'll go for a personal best once the suspension stuff is done. We'll go down to the track with the way the motor is right now. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. It's not set in stone. Do I really want to try and go for an 11-second pass with that motor combination that I got? Yes and no. It's not that important to me. Do I think we could do it? Absolutely. I just don't think that, for me, it's just not on the top of my list, right? I want cars that sound a certain way. So I've always wanted a cam in it, and the heads will definitely wake it up. So maybe we might just put the heads and cam in it and go to the track and see what it turns, and then throw the boost at it later on. I'm kind of just up in the air, you know? Just kind of feeling it out as we go. Then when this motor takes a crap, I think the next step would be to try and get our buddy Ed from Ed's Machine Shop. Maybe put a motor together with us. Maybe I send him a block, some pistons, a rotating assembly. Tell him, hey, this is what I want to do. Put it together. The next motor will probably be a 351, just stronger, easier to make power with. The 302, if I do that, I'm going to want to rev the donkey piss out of it. And I don't have that kind of money. You know, if I do a 302, it needs to turn 84, 8,500 RPM with no problems. And for any type of Ford guy, or if you know how, you know, the 289 302s work, they don't like a lot of RPM unless it's a dart block, and Mickey does not have dart block money. So the next purchase really is going to be a trans. Now that's the kicker. It's hard to find a trans that's going to work with this combination. The T5, I know for a fact, is not going to live. Is what it is. We're going to run it until it decides to give me issues, and then I'll find a trans. I've been looking. We'll see. TKX is just a lot of money. I might do a 3650, TR 6060. Things like I'm not sure what'll work. I don't know. I'm not super smart in that aspect. I lean on Adam to help me out a lot when it comes to figuring that stuff out. But yeah, man, that's the plans, guys. Just wanted to get on here for a little bit and talk. But I'm gonna head out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. God bless. If you need anything, you want to talk, you want to shoot me an email or find me on Facebook, let me know. Deep down in the comments, I'll be looking. All right, guys, have a good one. God bless.